We just came back from an incredible Nintendo Direct. Tonight, we'll be discussing our thoughts on that Nintendo Direct, including our reactions to Pikmin 4, Metroid Prime Remastered, the Gameboy Games coming to Nintendo Switch Online, and of course, Tears of the Kingdom. Welcome to the Switch Clicks Podcast, episode 122, recorded on February 8th, 2023. My name is Dakota, and today I'm joined by Tyler.
Hello!
And Nathan.
Hello. So generic.
Of course, this episode is 1 day delayed, only because Nintendo keeps putting a Nintendo Direct on Wednesdays.
Great timing, Nintendo.
I think it's funny because we came in with the opposite energies, but I'm pretty sure that you definitely will have more to talk about than I will.
Definitely, yeah.
Definitely.
You were more happy with this Direct than I was, but I came in with the big...
I think generally the internet is kind of exploding. Like, they're like, this is like the best Nintendo Direct ever. I don't think this is the best. There's have been some really high highs.
There's no Mother 3. How can I be happy? I've never played the other games, but how could I be happy when there isn't Mother 3?
Quick ranking, though. What's the quick rank that you'll give this?
This
Out
one?
of 10?
Out of 10.
Or play by tier ranking.
Play by tier ranking. Play by tier
It's a
ranking.
solid A.
Solid A for you? How about
Yes.
you?
I'd go B. I think it's middle of the road.
I'm kind of in the bridge right there with the high B or low A.
Oh!
Yeah, I'm like right in the middle right there. Like it's right at the border. But I'm not sure which side I want to
I
take.
definitely thought like that the Zelda would just immediately pump it up.
No, I'll be blunt. I'll be bluntly honest. Spoiler alerts. I'm not actually too impressed by the trailer.
Oh,
But I'll get onto that later.
So, to get us started, we do have like a highlighted list of things that we're interested in, mainly AAA Nintendo, but we do have comments about the smaller games in between. First thing they showed was Pikmin 4. Has any of us played a Pikmin game?
Yes.
Pikmin 3 and a bit
I
of
have played
Pikmin 1.
Pikmin 3. I got it free with Mario Kart 8.
Oh, nice.
Oh, you're in
Yeah.
that promotion all the way back then. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
I was like, I own 2 of these games. And I always wanted to play the game where Olimar comes from Super Smash Bros. And that was why I got it. And then did I ever beat it? No, because it was too stressful. Because there's a timer on me, and I'm like, no. Thank you.
Pull the Majora's Mask.
Mhm.
I am not particularly interested in Pikmin. It looked kind of cool. I didn't know what was new because I've never played the other ones.
Clearly, like they only had like 3 things that were new. Like Ice Pikmin. Like what else could they think of? They had this dog companion, and then some chaotic event at nighttime. Literally, that's it.
Yeah, I thought the nighttime chaos was gonna be like, oh, we have a multiplayer mode like zombies in Call of Duty. That'd be kind of cool.
Call of Duty Zombies, but it's Pikmin.
Dear gosh.
I mean, 4-player Left 4 Dead Pikmin would be kind of cool.
Honestly,
Not bad.
that does sound really cool. I don't know how it would play using the Pikmin controls. That'd be a little weird, but you know what? I could see the stress, like your Pikmin slowly breaking away a big wall as like everyone's stressing because the big bulb orbs are coming after you.
Yeah.
Bulborbs? Is that official name?
Is
The
that
bulb orb? I'm pretty sure it's a bulb orb.
I didn't even
Okay.
know that's an official name.
Bulb orb.
well? I guess in that scenario, everyone just be assigned to their own colors.
Yep, it's bulb orb. I'm right.
Well,
I'm so good. I'm so cool and awesome.
we need to be more cultured, Dakota.
Yeah.
I had like a brief stint where I was never played a Pikmin. Like I didn't properly play a Pikmin game ever, but I was obsessed with Pikmin because I liked how the little guys looked. So I just like drew a bunch of Pikmin stuff.
That game comes out in July.
Which unsurprising, to be honest. That's
Mhm.
Yeah.
yeah.
There was that kind of like leak rumor thing, whatever, that said, oh, it's coming out the end of May, that everybody kept pointing to. But
Yeah.
no, that makes no sense at all.
Now, next up on our list, I think, is Xenoblade Chronicles 3. I don't think there's anything remotely interesting about the coming DLC.
Hooray!
But that last bit they showed Shulk returning, which I think everyone thought he would have been like dead because yada yada yada. Spoiler alert: Xenoblade Chronicles 3 takes place like 1,000 years or something after the first game. I don't know.
Mm.
Yeah.
I have to actually play the games to enjoy
If
it.
anyone is like a really old viewer and remembers the last time we talked about Xenoblade and I said that I had played the first like chunk of the first game and are wondering if I beat it, I have not touched it since then. Still have beaten like maybe the first quarter of the first game,
Yeah.
and then I don't remember what happened, but I just stopped.
Where's Kaiser when we need him?
It's true.
Exactly.
He
And
suffered the pain.
I'm pretty sure Rex was in that trailer and he was like aged up
I think I
I
saw it
think-
on Twitter.
because he was
think that was
holding the sword, the Pyramithra
Yeah.
sword. I don't know what the name of the sword is, but
Aegis, I think.
Aegis.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Aegis.
I'm almost certain he was holding that sword, and he looked kind of like the same character design, but he was just older. Same with I think the third dude. I don't even know his name remotely, but the dude with the
Noah?
ponytail.
Noah.
It actually, it's fun because it looks like Rex finally grew into his clothes.
Oh well.
He's been wearing
guess-
oversized clothes, and they finally started fitting.
Yeah. Okay. I guess that's the case. That's a good point. Although we have seen older Rex before. Spoiler alert. I'm sorry for those of you who are still playing this game. Ending of Xenoblade Chronicles 3 shows Rex married to 3 characters from Xenoblade 2.
3 characters?
3?
Yeah, 3. Pyra, Mithra,
Okay.
Pyra,
You know
Pyra,
what?
Mithra, and
Like the fusion
forgot the-
thing? The blue one.
Oh,
Yeah,
are they all
I forgot
like
the
the
third name.
same
Mia?
person, but there's 3 personality type
no,
thing?
the third one is a different person. It's
Oh, okay.
can't-
That's very strange, but I can.
Oh,
you know what? Whatever floats the boat.
that's where the Giga Chad Rex memes come from.
It's like he meets
Yeah.
the third girl and is like, "Hey, so I already have 2," as he pulls out his swords. So this might be a problem.
I think
Yeah.
we just said what would be the problem.
No wonder people weren't like freaking out that Rex was there because
Yeah.
they played Xenoblade 3.
Yeah, and then just see the photo of Giga Chad Rex.
He does kind of look like the meme.
And then they
Oh,
went on a ramble of just game after game after game after game, including mobile fashion game that really did not look good.
yeah, I
It
don't
also
know the
wasn't
point
for
of-
me.
What?
Not for Fashion Dreamer.
Yeah,
That was
very
like,
weird.
Oh.
and it was exclusive on the Switch too, or at least like timed exclusive. I don't know.
The other thing I want to mention is Deca Police. I'm almost certain the voice actor for the main character is somebody from Tokyo Revengers, but I could be wrong.
Oh, only one way to find out.
The other thing was Bayonetta Origins.
We
Great
already
job, it's
saw a bunch of
happening.
that. We already saw a bunch of that. Moving on. Splatoon 3 DLC. They showed both DLCs. First one is just literally another hub world in Copolis from the first game. Literally, I think this is entirely an aesthetic thing. Nothing else to be said about that.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't think we should need to pay for that.
Yeah, exactly. They pulled
Honestly.
the same stuff that they did with Breath of the Wild. I'm disappointed.
It's like, unless at the end of the second wave, you also get access to whatever the Splatoon 2's hub world was called. Forget that was
Was
called.
Square? Where's the first
Yeah.
one? Plaza?
Yeah, something like that. Unless you also get access to that and you get to like choose between the 3 that you want to launch into, then okay, I'm slightly okay with that.
Yeah.
But the fact that they're making us pay for the first one is so weird.
That is just
Huh.
that's just not acceptable in my standards for DLC.
If you can shop at both stores, like they have 2
Yeah.
shoe stores, if you can shop at both and they both have different stock items, deal. Because then you get double the amount of items that you can get in a single day. If you can only like choose one as your lobby, and then you're like you can only shop at that one store,
Yeah.
no, that's a waste of money, honestly.
Yeah. It kind of
Yeah.
makes me think Splatoon's becoming a social sim game.
Yeah, if only they had live movement of people around, not just little
Only they
NPCs.
did that.
The kind of part 2 to this announcement was a lot more exciting, but also, what is happening?
Very trippy. Very, very trippy.
Basically, they just showed a bunch of one-frame pictures of, I assume, just stuff of what we're going to see in the plot. Marina looking up into some kind of light, and then I think she's just looking at Pearl, because there's another shot of Pearl looking down while
Marina
rapping.
dies, goes to hell. Spoilers for.
And then we get this white caked, like, it's not even snowy. It's kind of just like white, Inkopolis Square or something. Some very distorted version.
Yeah. My theory is that it's a simulation, and every time you beat a level, like more of the simulation's gonna break and just become like Inkopolis Square. At
Oh,
least it'll color, and then what's a
Well-
game that has done that? I feel like I know one.
Paper Mario Color Splash.
Yes,
a game that is
is.
colored black and white.
Yeah.
Wait, was your question a game that is colored black and white?
No, a game where like you finish levels and you unlock the world and it becomes different colors.
You fool!
Sing Color Splash.
Don't you realize you've unlocked my memory? That is the plot of Drawn to Life games. All of the Drawn to Life
Gasp.
games. That is the main plot. Now time to go on a tangent about my favorite video game series.
No.
Oh,
No, you have to make a play it by tier review. You got to make a play it by tier review.
Not
Yeah.
today.
Not today. Not today.
Not even Drawn to Life SpongeBob?
Actually, that one's goated. I'm not even gonna lie. That's the one I
What?
played.
If only we've seen something for that. Hit Fire Emblem Engage. I
yeah,
guess
As the only person that has played Fire Emblem Engage here, I'm not very far into it. I'm maybe like 12 chapters in.
Yeah.
I think it's stupid that I have to pay for characters, but it's a good thing that I don't know the characters, so I don't have to pay for them.
You don't know Crom and Robin?
I know the
Wow.
people who are from
Bros?
Smash.
I can't believe you don't know them. Honestly,
I mean, also,
to
also,
absolutely
who doesn't know
no
Camilla?
one- yeah, to absolutely no one's surprise, they brought Camilla back. Honestly, surprised she wasn't in Smash Bros. She's just
True.
everywhere. To my detriment. Number one Camilla hater.
I don't know the character's name. It might be Veronica. I think you have here.
Yeah, that's Veronica.
That's the emblem of heroes, and that's
Oh,
the
is that
main
the
character
mobile?
in the mobile game. And it looks like her whole power is that she summons just it's just the
That's-
gacha system from Heroes.
That's literally the gacha system. Like you roll the gacha system. That's exactly what you see.
And then I think
That's
it
very fun.
takes the power from one of the current emblems in the game, which is pretty cool, I think. But
Okay,
it's
I think
random.
that's actually kind of awesome.
It's probably
I
the most
like-
creative one.
I do like myself RNG in games sometimes.
So I guess you pay to get an RNG character.
I mean, that's what Smash Bros. Did too. So
I also don't understand the logic in releasing these a few months after the game releases when everybody's probably finished the game anyway.
Slow
Whatever.
development. I don't know.
yeah, it's a
but-
little weird.
If the ending of Engage is good, then I'll probably get that fell Xenolog in Wave 4.
Oh, they
Yeah.
inserted Xeno in the title.
Shock!
You're playing
Yes, the
Fire Emblem.
Monato's power!
Yeah, you're playing your normal game of Fire Emblem in the background. You're, here's the Monato's power. I'm really feeling it. Or other
Yeah,
things.
I knew you were gonna say that.
I had to.
I don't think there's any British characters in Fire Emblem.
Fire Emblem.
That's really sad, especially when it's a medieval-esque.
We need more
Fantasy
British
game.
representation.
Next up on our list, we go through a bunch of games that are pretty, popular towards their audiences. Octopath Traveler 2 got a demo, just as the rest of the other, what do you call it, like HD 2D games.
Yeah, you could call them horribly named Square Enix games.
Project Square Enix games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we love Katamari, which they already had a Katamari game, so they decided to put the next one on, like, next remaster on there.
Yeah. Smart.
Sea of Stars, Omega Strikers.
The only joke I have about this game is they're probably going to announce that it's canceled or they're going to shut it down within 6 months.
Ouch!
That game did not look good. I'm going to be honest.
Ouch!
Oh wow! Wait a minute. I don't think I got a good look at this. Give me a minute. How does
It looks like the most bare bones trying to cash in on multiplayer sports ever.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I can see that. I was worried I was gonna pull up something that looks like Nothing Lasts Forever,
Mm-hmm.
where it's like super like janky.
Yeah,
But no, this just kind of looks boring.
Like that's straight up a mobile game.
yeah. It actually kind of looks like a rip off of that mobile spin-off of Rocket League.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't even know what
Anyway.
game they were playing. I don't think it was soccer.
It didn't look like soccer. No, it looked like a bit of a mix.
It's It's like air hockey.
Trion Odyssey was next. I don't know anyone who actually plays that, but I'm sure there's a big enough audience for that.
Mhm.
Advance Wars 1+2 Reboot Camp finally gets a release date after a massive political delay.
Yeah, apparently Nintendo thinks the war is over.
War's gonna end on April 21st.
They have
Enough said.
insider knowledge.
Enough said. Insider knowledge. They leaked the release date. They leaked the release dates of the war ending.
I don't know if that's a joke I can keep in.
This
No,
feels like a bad faith joke.
Oh god.
Switch Clicks' first political joke.
You're probably gonna have
That's
to
definitely
put
not our
that in.
first one.
The
Don't worry, I
risky
see
joke.
other people making the same jokes, so we're fine.
Yeah.
We're not the only people.
Moving
Anyways.
Anyway.
So we were given a black screen after
Kirby!
Advance Wars. You just ruined the surprise.
I'm sorry, we need to get away from this as fast as possible.
We were given a black screen, and everyone's heart dropped because black screens do that. What were we given? A game that was already revealed. Kirby's
A little
Return to
weird.
Dreamland Deluxe. And there was an announcement for a demo.
And like an extra mode, I think.
Yeah.
Malagor, I think is how you pronounce it. I think that's not
Okay.
Malagor.
There was an extra mode there too.
I think I saw someone on Twitter try to Ligma joke me, or like Ligma
dear.
joke a bunch of people with Malagor, but he never said
Yeah.
the punchline. So I'm like, I've been racking my brain the entire day.
Other than that, yep, it's a Kirby game. I'm not buying it.
Your annual Kirby game. Pay
Yeah.
like $60/$70 for your annual Kirby game.
Hopefully this one's good because it'd be if it's bad, then they're just falling themselves down a Pokemon hole, which is not good.
Well, it's a
I
remake.
would-
It's a remake of a good Wii game, so I don't know how they can screw that up.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
the
they
visuals
made
are
a
kind
remake of a
gorgeous.
good DS game for Pokemon, and yeah,
Yeah, look where we're at.
Yeah,
now.
well, that was
So-
that was not even Game Freak. That was just outsourced
Mhm.
to someone.
Well, there we have it. After a fierce bingo battle, the winner is, drumroll please, Nora B with a massive 23-point lead. Congrats to Nora, who swept the other competition under the rug. We'll happily be waiting for you and others to join another bingo battle later when another Nintendo Direct comes around. Until next time, bingo! I don't know how to end that. Okay, but everyone be quiet because this is my favorite announcement.
Okay.
NSO Game Boy comes out free for all those who have normal Nintendo Switch. Game Boy Advance free for all those who are willing to pay like an extra ridiculous amount of money. But
Damn
that's
it.
not that's infuriating anger. But I get to play Wario Land 3 again. So I'm so happy. This is the closest I'm going to get to a new Wario Land, probably for the rest of my life. And I'm going to hold this dear. Actually, to be fair, I can probably go out and buy, what's it called? Pizza Tower, and get my
Tower?
Wario fill. Because that game is practically Wario. And you know what? Maybe I will. But this is Nintendo's response. Pizza Tower is doing well, and they're like, quickly, we got to let Wario back out. We got to capitalize. Anyway, that's all I had to say. I just wanted to talk about Wario for a little bit. If you want to complain about Game Boy Advance, go at it.
Well, before I complain about Game Boy Advance, can I just address how many Tetris games there are on the Switch now? There's like 7. Adding the original Game Boy, or was it Tetris 2 on Game Boy or something? Adding the Tetris game on Game Boy, we have I think a total of 7 Tetris games on the Switch. One released pretty much every year.
That's very funny. I
don't think it's
it'd be
enough.
Do you think anyone has
Not
bought all of
enough.
them? Does someone?
You
currently
get
have
2
every
of them for free.
Tetris?
And then Puyo Puyo Tetris 2, Tetris Effect, and then there's that Grandmaster one, I think.
I think that would be very funny because owning 7 Tetris games
that's
is not enough difference between them
Yeah.
to make it worth it, right?
I mean, if you get 2 of them for free, you could buy 5
It's
Tetris
true.
games, and 2 of them are the exact same thing already.
Five is too many Tetrises. You don't need that many Tetrises on one console. Imagine booting up, going to a friend's house to boot up their Nintendo Switch, and their wall, when you boot up the Switch, is all Tetris. I don't know what I
wait.
do.
Tetris, Puyo Puyo Tetris 2 has Sonic though.
It's true. I mean,
That's what makes it unique.
it would be so funny. Their entire wall of Switch games is all various Tetrises. I think they're like a serial killer or something. It's like insane. Anyway, I am literally crying. I don't think I don't think that was that funny.
No, I mean it's worse than we realized.
You could say that about the amount of 2D Mario games that are on the Switch now
That's
too.
also true. But I mean, like, there's a little bit more. Like, at least there's different levels.
There's more variety in that, but Tetris, I mean, like if you go
The
at
same
7
game.
versions of the same game, sure. I mean, you gotta be like a dedicated like Tetris fanboy. With
I mean,
only,
I bet
like,
there's people that like prefer Game Boy Tetris because they like have slightly better effect, or like the controls are tighter or something.
Yeah, you're playing it on
I'll
Nintendo
respect
Switch Online. All of that tightness is thrown out the window.
It's true.
yeah, literally, like well, it's more like you get screwed over within one move.
I'll be doing the same thing I did with all the other games and not playing them.
Yeah,
Mhm.
don't play Tetris. We had our
Hmm.
fair share of Tetris.
Through my entire time owning a Nintendo Switch, I think I've beaten one game on NSO,
What is that?
and that was Yoshi's Island.
At least you
Yay!
picked a good one.
Congratulations. Yes, that's a
Yeah.
decent pick.
I think it's the only one I've beaten.
Okay.
Speaking of Yoshi's Island,
Oh,
wait, that was actually an amazing segue.
That was way later on too, by the way.
It doesn't matter.
Yoshi's Island.
This is a good segue.
Metroid Prime.
Okay. Yeah, let's
we could
let's
actually
skip it
just
and talk about
Yeah.
Yoshi's Island because that's the new course of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course Wave 4. I had to say the full title because why not?
It's a mouthful.
Yeah, it's a mouthful. Oh, and also we have Birdo as the new character, which they could have added back like 10 years ago.
Yeah,
It's a
insane that I
little
have to pay a
weird.
monthly subscription to get one character.
Yeah.
Oh, that is weird.
especially for a game that's close to 10 years old.
The
Yeah.
Birdo mains are seething. They need to pay monthly to keep their bird alive.
Hey, you could color Birdo.
I do think maybe like if they added a new character, maybe from like a different franchise, like an actually cool character every month, on top of it, then you'd probably still
Nice.
get the hype. But I don't know.
Yeah,
I
like,
don't
why
think I don't think adding Cloud to Mario Kart will make people very happy because it's just a skin essentially. You're not getting like a move set. So
Yeah,
Cloud.
once they start doing like crossovers, if they crossover maps, I think will be pretty cool.
Yeah, like why
Mhm.
can't we get a little more F-Zero into Mario Kart 8? Like I'm fine with the ones we already have. It's just
I feel like they have to reveal
we
Captain
need a little
Falcon
more.
as a
Yeah,
playable
we need
character
Captain
at
Falcon,
some point,
please.
right?
Please give us Captain Falcon. But
Now with
actually,
the
that'll
other
give
skins.
actually that'll probably give them a reason not to release F-Zero.
Actually, my Captain Falcon is looking really good right now. For my Mario Kart level, for my Mario Kart.
You get.
Something that isn't fair enough.
Oh dear
Oh.
gosh.
Actually,
Oh,
it kind
no.
of is. It's like a 50-50 fairness. It's
Okay.
the
Yeah.
Metroid Prime Remastered.
I'll take
Pretty
it.
cool.
I'll take it.
I've never played Metroid Prime, so I'm good. I think
Me
I'm
too.
happy.
I'm actually in the midst of playing through Metroid games, so this is actually a win for me.
I think the only Metroid Prime game I've ever played is Federation Force.
Yeah. No. Shut up.
I'm in the same.
we
Wait,
don't
I
talk-
played that.
We don't talk about that. We don't talk about
No,
We don't talk about that.
The two people who've ever played Federation Force in one room. What are the chances?
I don't know if I played Federation Force. I played that like Rocket League knockoff that they released on the 3DS.
Oh,
Okay.
Wow,
Okay,
That
I
is
have not played
niche.
Federation Force.
wow. Okay,
For the
never
record,
mind.
For the record, I'm just saying that to stir up some drama. I have never played it. I probably won't ever play
Drama?
it.
Artificial switch clicks drama to get the clicks. I see how it is.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take Metroid Prime Remastered. Though.
We all
And-
secretly hate each other when we get off call. We just start yelling.
Yeah, if this was the game that needed to get remastered, this is the one I was gonna play. So
Yeah.
and they said, "Oh, yep, we're gonna shadow drop it. It's available now, and in 2 weeks you get it physically."
I think
I
that's
will
cool.
wait
Well,
the 2 weeks.
Okay, Shadow Drop, almost 100% Shadow Drop. It's just you know those rumors that came by like half a year ago saying that the game was already done and they're
I
just
don't
waiting
know.
to release it. It was kind of in the same boat as Fire Emblem
I
Engage.
feel like any like rumor about Metroid Prime is immediately discredited.
Yeah. I didn't pay attention to any Metroid Prime stuff.
It's the rumorless game because no matter what you say, people just won't believe you.
It's just the thing is, like, they specifically mentioned that this would be a standalone remaster and not like a trilogy remaster. Like, okay, I guess that kind of makes sense from a Nintendo standpoint, where they're stingy enough to release everything individually. But at the same time, like, they could have just gotten away with slightly upscaled Wii version trilogy, and then like, release that. Being very, very specific with the first game only being the one that's remastered right now kind of gave that away.
I guess it's like a good like testing the waters because if it
Yeah.
sells well, they could just release the other two.
And also to shut people up about Metroid Prime 4.
Yeah,
For a while.
probably as well.
Yeah, this
okay.
is just proof that we probably will get Metroid Prime within the next 2 years.
Yay!
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I can live with that
Yeah.
too. I gotta
I'm
finish
gonna be
Metroid.
completely honest. One of the later games that came up, Batten Kados 1 and 2. I had to double take multiple times. I thought that said Kratos, and I was very confused. I just wanted to put that into the world. I was like, what? Why is he in Nintendo? He's not Nintendo. It was a whole thing.
Okay.
Before we get to the last one, I just want to say, Professor Layton, he's back. The GOAT is back.
I'm honestly kind of fine with it because when they were talking about it, I just assumed both of them are going to be expansion pass exclusives. But the fact that Game Boy's okay, I'm happy with. And also the Game Boy Advance games out of the ones they picked, if I'm being honest.
S tier game on there.
I bet. Yeah. I mean, are you talking about a Link? Which one?
Minish
one?
Cap.
Minish Cap.
S tier game.
Um,
Please play this before Tears of the Kingdom comes out.
I don't know. I just feel like there was definitely better games they could slap on there.
Yeah.
But also, I don't know. I feel like the Game Boy Advance might be the one I'm most excited to get like the weird, like really random games they throw on there.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, oh, I don't mind playing. I cannot even remotely the game, but like
Medal of Honor Underground on Game Boy Advance.
Yeah, like something like that. Did you just make that up, or is this a real game?
No, that's a real game. Like
Okay.
it's a PS1 game, but they ported it to, or they quote unquote ported it to Game Boy Advance.
I think the Game Boy Advance is like finally at the stage where I'm like, yeah, I'll give it a shot if it's just some random nonsense game that I've never heard of.
Well,
but also
I
I'm
guess,
not spending the money on it on the expansion pass.
I'm not spending money on the expansion pass for that. I have a 3DS and an actual Game Boy Advance to play this stuff on.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, it's called dubiously legal means.
Yeah, or dubiously illegal means.
True. I mean,
like,
I don't want to go out to a retro gaming store and buy anything. So
yeah, you spend hundreds of bucks, and you still have to spend hundreds of bucks to play these games.
Speaking of something that costs you hundreds. I'm gonna have to
$100.
He's botched it.
Speaking of something that's no, I'm botching it. Whatever.
Speaking of something that costs you hundreds of dollars, unfortunately, well, I guess this is inevitable. Tears of the Kingdom was the very final announcement, and around the same time, or at least before that, we basically saw the price of the game. $70 US, which makes that like
$89.99.
$90 in Canada plus tax. That makes in our area that makes us $100.
It being $101 is almost comedic because it's like, yeah, we broke the limit. Like we finally got it right over there.
You broke the 100 barrier.
It's 101.
If people are really mad about the extra 8%, you can change your eShop to be in Alberta, you Canadians. You can change your eShop to be in Alberta, and you can pay only 5% sales tax.
Oh!
If you really want to.
Don't tell Nintendo that. Don't tell Nintendo that we told you this.
Oh, no,
allegedly.
Videos. When Nintendo watches every single one of the videos, we're screwed.
I'm pretty sure you can do the same thing in the US. Allegedly.
Allegedly, yes.
Yeah.
God.
Well, yeah, because like every time you bring up dubiously legal means, you mean like finding a Game Boy game under your couch cushions
Yeah,
and
exactly.
slotting it into your Game Boy Advance.
Now, I guess we'll have to turn this back to the very beginning of what I said about Tears of the Kingdom. Why was I disappointed about the trailer? It wasn't cinematically like it wasn't dramatic as
Yeah,
dramatic as the 2017 Breath of the Wild trailer.
Yeah.
fair enough. Honestly,
No new
I
music
can see that.
or barely any new music.
Yeah, it didn't feel conclusive. Unless they're going to put another trailer out before the game comes out, but it
Yeah,
didn't feel right. I don't something was wrong.
literally the only thing like we got like maybe a couple shots of interesting thing. Like okay, they had a lot of new things in that trailer. Better than the last trailer. I'll give it that. And also sexy Ganondorf voice. Like
I think it did more of the, hey, look in the background. It's like, look at the graininess of this one thing that's new. Oh, Pog.
They're
It's like-
trying to like push the trailer on people to watch it frame by frame.
mhm.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
I vastly prefer being overwhelmed with brand new information.
Me too.
But unless they're just trying to keep it secret, just because they want people to
Mhm.
find it, I still don't know what the point of this game is. I don't know what the plot is. It's what
It's-
Ganondorf came back. Oh no,
Ganondorf comes back more powerful than ever.
It's
he's
a
Kills,
really good
little
about any
weird.
game.
kills everyone.
Seeing like I watched the trailer and went so I don't know. It is a sequel to Breath of the Wild, so obviously they have a lot of just still Breath of the Wild, but a lot of the shots just look like Breath of the Wild.
They had a lot of
Yeah,
shots of Link riding on a horse. I think that was Epona, but I couldn't really tell.
It looks
Probably
like
doesn't
it.
matter. But they had a lot of Link riding on a horse, and everything around him looked the exact same like I played in the original.
Yeah.
Other than the Hyrule Castle is like 4 feet off the ground. Oh no!
Yeah.
No,
And this the Bokoblin, he has a crown now.
no.
Like, what are
Slightly
we
more
playing?
than last time.
Link.
Slightly more stuff than last time.
Yeah.
Link, get the step. I need
Oh.
to get into Hyrule Castle.
I as a side note too, I feel very bad for a bunch of the voice actors in this. Like, okay, assuming we get the same voice actors as we did last time, plus new cast members, not getting their voices mean they have to shut up for like, how many more months? 4 more months?
3 or 4, yeah.
3 more
Mhm.
months. They have to shut up for 3 more months, basically.
Yeah.
That's a lot of time for a game
Mhm.
release.
I guess
Yeah.
speaking of voice actors, we got the voice of presumably the villain, which we still don't really know if it's Ganon or
Yeah.
somebody else. I think theories
Allegedly
point
Ganon.
towards Ganon. I think every time there's a Tears of the Kingdom trailer, I do my story predictions. I've not
Yeah.
gone back to see if I'm ever correct yet, but maybe we'll go back right before the game releases. This is my newest prediction.
Oh, that's
This is the plot. So
okay.
I don't know. I still don't know how Link and Zelda fit into this plot. Zelda has to go missing at some point.
Okay.
I don't know how that works. But the main plot, I think the villain. Oh, my computer did not crash on me. Good. My computer
Okay.
went black and I thought it crashed. Oh my gosh. Anyways, I think the main villain is the hero that we see on the what would you call that?
The mural?
Yeah, the
Tapestry?
mural. Tapestry mural. Yeah. I think he is like a dead version, that hero. And then the
Oh.
glowing arm thing is Hylia. And that's when you see the shot of the robotic arm is grabbing onto the glowing yellow arm. And that's probably, I don't know, maybe the hero makes a deal with Hylia, is like, hey, keep me under here and just keep me alive or whatever. I don't know.
Has there ever been a Legend of Zelda game where the villain is a Link from a previous game, one of the dead Links?
Never happened before.
That
Oh my
sounds
gosh.
cool.
That's so freaking awesome!
That would be so cool.
Oh my gosh, wait a minute. They could make it full circle in Age of Calamity. The Age of the Calamity Link that didn't have to go through the 100 years is the is the dead hero Link we meet in Tears of the Kingdom.
Oh, that'd be cool. Wow.
Mind blown.
I think also from the trailer, here's my very basic prediction. Zelda gets squished by rocks, and dying breath gives Link power. Link's arm also gets squished by rocks. Now he has robot arm.
Very simple,
We did-
but yes.
Very simple.
Very, very vague and simple, but
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's what Zelda's known for.
Getting squished by rocks. Mm-hmm. Happens to every Zelda. So sad every time.
well,
I mean, every Zelda has to die somehow, I guess.
Mm-hmm. And it
They
just
never
so happens to
specify
be-
that.
They just have
Just has
never
to
shown
disappear.
that every single Zelda has died to big rock squishing them.
I think the character designs or the boss designs look pretty cool. Like the big square looking
I
dude.
really hope you can like magnesis him apart, and that's how you beat him.
Ooh. I was thinking you can climb on him.
Both work.
Both work. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Do you ever actually use? I haven't beat the game. Do you use the the magic abilities in like boss fights at all?
Yeah, and at least in the mini boss fights, yeah, you do. Use the
Oh, okay.
bomb for the big rock dude. I guess you can stop any enemy. You can
Well,
freeze
that's
them.
true.
So
Yeah.
and in some of the areas you can't touch the water because it's too cold, so you put the ice block on there to
Mm.
make a path. Stuff like
Yeah.
that.
I guess it's a little weird because like every Zelda game always has like you got the boomerang in the dungeon, use the boomerang to beat the boss. But Breath of the Wild doesn't really have that because there aren't really an order. But
Yeah.
if you like were able to like, for example, pull apart a big metal golem with magnesis, that'd be kind of cool. Hire
And
me,
maybe
Nintendo. Do it.
maybe you can, if you defeat that big metal golem thing, you can have more parts to your supposedly vehicles they might have introduced. There's like a flying vehicle and a car vehicle.
Yeah, Legend of Zelda Warthog.
I was about to say Legend of Zelda Nuts and Bolts, but
No, that worked. That's the Crash Bandicoot game, right? I need to realize.
yeah, it's
Okay,
the bad
good.
third one.
Yes, that's what I was thinking. I think it's technically the fourth, but who cares? Who cares?
But yeah, all our questions will be answered when the game releases in May, and luckily there was no more delays. I can't imagine there would be more delays.
Well, there's still time.
There's still time.
There's still. Don't get your hopes up.
Yeah, I guess my biggest takeaway from this bundle of information was I'm getting another amiibo. Let's go!
Woo!
I was actually more hyped for the one picture of an amiibo than I was for this entire trailer. I'm not even gonna lie.
Oh man.
I'm like, yes, another figure I'm gonna keep in the box and let just dust pile up on top.
Let's go, another one of my Nintendo branded pop figures.
Oh my goodness, that is slander.
I need to find like the thing I could physically hurt you with the most.
At least I think they're gonna be reprinting the other ones, so I'll be able to complete my Zelda collection.
Do you think okay, question, would it hurt you physically if you saw a collector with like a bunch of pop figures and then also amiibos like mixed in with them? Like you had Jerry Seinfeld, Link amiibo, and then like Iron Man.
No, because I can just point and laugh because he spent money on pop figures.
Very true. Very true.
Well, to be fair, I own a few pop figures, but
You own a few pop-
only because I got them for like $5.
I haven't bought myself my own pop figures, but pop figures are a very easy present to get a sibling for Christmas.
You may see another episode in the future about Tears of the Kingdom. I'm sure you'll see probably at least 2 more.
Mm-hmm. You'll see the like
The final one, and then the final one, and then release date, and then the post-release date, and then DLC.
Or other universe, 10-minute uncut video, Nathan face reveal of him crying when it's like delayed by a year. I think that
I
might
can see both
happen.
universes, honestly.
Yeah, they're very, they're both equally as likely, I think.
Thank you for joining us and discussing our thoughts on the latest Nintendo Direct. We'd love it if you could follow us on Twitter and listen to future episodes on Spotify and iTunes. Join our community Discord server to continue today's discussion. And we'll see you next time on the Switch Clicks podcast.